Hello friends, how are you? Hope you are fine. Today's podcast is about Jupiter Mahadasha experience. As you know, Jupiter is considered to be guru in Vedic astrology, and its importance is quite evident by all those who have interest in who have belief and interest in Vedic astrology. Jupiter is one of the major planets in astrology, and given my experience, I have seen many charts where strong Jupiter covers almost all the significations of other planets. If Jupiter is strong and Venus is weak, it covers most of the significations of Venus. So far as medical significations especially are concerned, it covers. So far as significations of Mars are concerned, medical significations especially, they are also covered by Jupiter, strong Jupiter in the chart. And plus point is when Jupiter gives a favorable aspect throughout the chart. That is a benevolence for the native who has such a strong Jupiter giving favorable aspects in the chart. And the planets affected by the favorable aspect, they also get strong. They also get strong due to Jupiterian aspect, and the houses aspected, they also get strong due to the aspect of Jupiter, and accordingly it benefits during the Mahadasha of Jupiter. So let us be point specific, let us be relevant to this topic, that is Mahadasha experience, Mahadasha of Jupiter experience or Jupiter Mahadasha experience. What are the main conditions, what are the main points that need to be understood, that need to be comprehended in order to understand the Jupiterian Mahadasha? Now let us see, the first point is that strong and well placed Jupiter is a blessing for the native. One should be, Jupiter should be strong, isn't it? By the longitudinal difference, it should be strong. So far as its longitude is concerned, it should be in strength, and it should be well placed. It should not be placed in 6th house or 8th house or 12th house, because it will lose its strength over there, and it will also lose the general significations of itself, and the it will give significations of these houses if not strengthened by the native. So it is very important to get fruitful results from the Mahadasha of Jupiter. It should be strong and well placed in the chart. Now the question is, which ascendants benefit the most from the Mahadasha of Jupiter? I will discuss one by one, ascendant wise, from Aries to the Pisces. After these slides, I will come to that, which ascendants benefit most from the Mahadasha of Jupiter, and which ascendants face worst. They face worst from the Mahadasha of Jupiter. Now, if Jupiter gives favorable aspects to the houses or planets, isn't it? If it gives benefic aspects, favorable aspects to the houses or planets, their significations will also be, visible during the Mahadasha of Jupiter. If Jupiter is in conjunction, isn't it, with any planet or planets in the birth chart, the significations of that planet will also be affected. For example, Jupiter is a favorable planet for Aries ascendant. It's in conjunction with Aries, in conjunction with Mars. So during the Mahadasha of Jupiter, it will also strengthen Mars, isn't it? It will also strengthen Mars during its conjunction, because during its Mahadasha, because it's connected to Mars through conjunction, isn't it? This is a scientific point rather, which is hardly understood by the astrologers. Now all depends on the strength of natal Jupiter, to what extent you will get the results, the zodiac signs for which it's a benefic planet. It's not that it's benefic for all, that is a narrative, a statement that has been put forth to the viewers, that Jupiter is benefic planet for all. No, it's not benefic planet for all ascendants. It's malefic for few ascendants, and it's my practical, it's not something that I am making castles in the air. No, it's not like that. It's what is the practical approach to Vedic astrology. Now all depends on the strength of natal Jupiter. This is quite important, that needs to be taken into consideration. Now if Jupiter, don't forget to subscribe the channel, because you will get an amazing content on Vedic astrology. It will be a research based content, and its quality will be different from all those channels which you watch. It will be a different face, I expect so. So be with the channel, be with the content, and subscribe and hit the bell icon in order to get notifications of the upcoming videos. Now, if Jupiter is afflicted in the natal chart, this is a problem. This is a gray problem which creates problem to the natives across the globe. It will give worst results during its Mahadasha if it is afflicted. For example, Jupiter is benefic in the chart and it's afflicted by the malefic planet, so its Mahadasha will be worst. And similarly, Jupiter is malefic planet in the chart and it's afflicted by another malefic planet. In this case, it will also give malefic worst results. If malefic afflicts malefic, it will give worst results. If benefic planet, if this Jupiter is malefic, it gives affliction to the benefic planet, it will give worse results. If another malefic planet gives affliction to malefic Jupiter, isn't it, it will also give worst results during its Mahadasha. The Jupiter in that case will also give uh, worst results during its Mahadasha. If Jupiter is malefic in the chart and it does not afflict its house of placement, neither afflicts any planet, Mahadasha will be neutral in effects, isn't it? This is an amazing point. These all are quite important points that need to be understood in order to understand Mahadasha of Jupiter. So the experience of Jupiterian Mahadasha. Now if Jupiter is malefic, for example, in case of Capricorn ascendant, in case of Taurus ascendant, for example, if in case of Cancer ascendant, if it's malefic and it's placed in fourth house, for example, but it does not give affliction to any house, it does not give affliction to any planet, what will happen? Nothing will happen. It will be a neutral experience. The native will start putting yellow sphere in the finger, all in absurd, all in vain. He will waste his money and he will create problem for himself. Nothing needs to be done. It's okay. It's okay. There is nothing wrong with this situation. If Jupiter is malefic and it does not afflict its house of placement, neither afflicts any planet, nothing needs to be done. It's okay. Yes, if it is weak in such a situation and its Mahadasha sets in, it will create problems. It will create definitely problems. Now you have to do the remedial measures, not strengthening measures for such malefic Jupiter. Now if Jupiter is weak itself, it's by longitudinal value, it's weak, or it's debilitated, or it's combust. There are many types of weakness of a planet. Now in all these instances, if Jupiter is weak placed in afflicted house, isn't it, this is another weakness, Jupiter Mahadasha result will be worst. Or also it's also a weakness if birth Jupiter is debilitated in the Navamsha, it's debilitated in D9, that will also create problem because it will lose its general strength by being weak in Navamsha. So if it's weak and its Mahadasha sets in, so such Mahadasha of Jupiter will be a worst experience. In such cases, if it's benefic, it needs to be strengthened, and if it's malefic, then the remedial measures need to be done. Let us have a look on each ascendant to see Jupiter Mahadasha. I'll come to that. To benefit from the Mahadasha of Jupiter, to know more about if your Mahadasha of Jupiter has begun, and you are going to know what benefits you will achieve from the Mahadasha of Jupiter, and how will be the experience and what will be the change in your life during this period of Jupiterian Mahadasha. You can book a consultation with me. Contact or WhatsApp this 9796981640. This is me, astrologer A. Saroj, and don't forget to subscribe your channel, astrologer A. Saroj. Now let us come to the Aries. This is the Aries ascendant, and Jupiter is the lord of ninth house in case of, and Jupiter is a benefic planet for Aries ascendant. Jupiterian, under given the conditions that I have discussed, I am given such conditions, I am now discussing each ascendant. Jupiterian Mahadasha for Aries ascendant will be a amazing experience. It will be a good experience, and he will gain maximum out of this Mahadasha. Given these conditions, that Jupiter should be strong, it should be well placed in the chart, it should not be weak by itself, it should not be afflicted and by a functional malefic or by malefic planet rather. So This is these are the basic conditions, and it should not be debilitated in the naksha. If it's weakness, since it is a benefic planet, if it is weak in the natal chart, it needs to be strengthened by putting yellow sapphire. And in many cases, strengthening yellow sapphire becomes also a difficult job, because a native gets disturbed most often when we put index in index finger. Your mind gets disturbed. These are cases I have practically dealt with. So Aries ascendant, he will be able to, depending on the placement of Jupiter in the chart and other conditions, the benefits will be good, the benefits will be favorable, and it will be a nice experience for Aries ascendant. And there are many chances that they will go to foreign land, depending on the, they will move to foreign land, they will move to abroad, depending on the strength of natal Jupiter and the aspects also. Now is the case with Taurus ascendant. Taurus ascendant, it's the most malefic planet for Taurus. One of the uh, unique and one of the unique, I'll say, ascendant in Vedic astrology is Taurus ascendant, because they usually remain unstable, their health remain unstable, they are subject to the transit afflictions, the transit problems. Most of the transit afflictions, they get disturbed during transit afflictions. They are Taurus ascendant, and it's the most malefic planet for Taurus ascendant Jupiter. So it will give never it will never give benefic results, it will never give fruitful results during its Mahadasha to Taurus ascendant. So depending on whether it's giving afflictions in the chart, whether it gives affliction to any house where it's placed, Mahadasha will be like that. So not good results in case of Taurus. Now Gemini, it's the lord of the seventh house. Yeah, during its Mahadasha, there are chances that the native will get married. This is the Mahadasha experience, and he will have many good opportunities in setting his ventures and becoming a partner in setting a venture in partnership. And he'll also be able to avoid all misunderstandings with the spouse. And there are evident chances, depending on the strength of Jupiter in the natal chart during the Mahadasha, that he will also move to foreign land, and his status with other people, his social circle, that will also expand during its Mahadasha. And aspects will also play a role. I am talking of the general, I have no chart within I have no chart before me, I am talking in general, so that each and everybody is able to understand. Now is the Cancer ascendant. It is the lord of the sixth house, the house of diseases, the house of disputes, the house of litigations, the house of enemies. So this is not a good planet for Cancer ascendant. They will also face problems depending on whether Jupiter is afflicting in the chart, it's giving affliction to other planets, whether it's debilitated in the D9, whether it's debilitated in the birth chart, and whether it's weak itself or not. Depending on these factors, it will give results accordingly, but the results will not be good. This experience will be quite challenging for Cancer ascendants, and so they should not expect that they are going to gain something good from the Mahadasha of Jupiter. Now is the Leo. It's the lord of fifth house, and it's during the Mahadasha of Jupiter, they are going to gain much. They are going to gain they will gain excellence in higher education. If they are thinking about investing in business, they'll be success, depending on the strength of Jupiter in the natal chart. So Mahadasha of Jupiter will be amazing under the conditions that I have mentioned. Now is the Virgo. It's the most benefic planet for Virgo ascendant, as I have given consultation to many Virgos, and they are just enjoying Mahadasha of Jupiter. And it's one of the, they will get mental peace, their assets will increase, they will have a momentum in increasing their assets in life, in increasing their mental peace rather, and increasing that inner happiness. It will be a time of benevolence for Virgo ascendants, and depending on the other conditions, or on the pre-mentioned conditions that I have mentioned. Now is the Libra ascendant. For Libra ascendants, it's also one of the benefic planets. It will give benefit results during its Mahadasha, and the natives of Libra ascendant, they will be able to set up new business ventures, taking new initiatives in life. These will be the major getting in partnership with the younger siblings, their relationship with younger siblings will be quite good. And depending on the placement of strong Jupiter in the chart, the results will be accordingly, and it will be a nice the results of the Mahadasha will be quite good in this ascendant. Now is the Scorpio ascendant. The Jupiter is a lord of the second house. It's one of the prime determinants for career as well, and marriage as well for the female Scorpions. During its Mahadasha, it's the time of marriage for Scorpio ascendants, and the results will be amazing during the Mahadasha of Jupiter. It will be a good experience for Scorpio ascendants, and they'll be able to raise their status career wise. They'll be able to get succeed in their career as well. And if their marriage is pending, it depending on transit as well, they'll get married during this period. And overall, it will be an amazing experience for Scorpio ascendants given the conditions. Now, given conditions, it will be a period of optimum growth, optimum dominance, optimum momentum for the Sagittarius, because it's the main Rashi of Jupiter, that is Sagittarius. And Mahadasha of it will be Mahadasha, it will be an experience of momentum, an experience of dominance. They will grow, they will gain, I think, everything depending on the strength of Jupiter in the chart and conditions mentioned in the beginning. Now is the Capricorn ascendant. One of the worst experience that Mahadasha of Jupiter has is for the Capricorn ascendants. They should never strengthen Jupiter in their chart, never ever, because it will create deadly problems for such natives. I have seen many Capricorn ascendants for which Jupiter is deadly in nature, and depending whether it's giving afflictions in the chart, whether it's giving affliction to the houses, whether it's giving affliction to other planets, the results will be accordingly as I have mentioned. So I recommend not to use yellow sapphire. Never ever avoid yellow sapphire. Do propitiatory measures, do other pacifying remedies for Jupiter. That will be a good step during the Mahadasha of Jupiter for Capricorn ascendants. Now Aquarius ascendant, it's one of the amazing planets for Aquarius ascendant as well. It's the lord of 11th house. So if Jupiter is strong in the birth chart, it will be a period of gains and income. Your circle of friendship that will increase. You will have extremely good relationship with elder siblings, isn't it? And depending on the placement of Jupiter in the chart and whether it's giving favorable aspects in the chart, accordingly the experience of Mahadasha will be evident in the life of the native. Now is the Pisces ascendant. It's the lord of the 10th house. It's one of the prime determinants of career, and career wise they will have heights in career. Depending on the strength of Jupiter in the chart, their success will be evident. Their dominance in the professional areas will be having a momentum during the Mahadasha of Jupiter. And this is all about the Mahadasha of Jupiter. Hope that you have enjoyed the content, and I have tried my best in order to put the concrete facts about the Mahadasha of Jupiter, not such useless things and gaining nothing out of that content. This is the crux of what I have understood and what I have read, and what is the practical approach to Vedic astrology. Depending all on such things, I have put forth this podcast in order to make you understand that what will be the Mahadasha of Jupiter. So in order to summarize, we have seen that Mahadasha of Jupiter will be worst, will be bad rather, will be challenging for 3 ascendants among the 12 ascendants. One is the Cancer ascendant, and another is the Taurus. First is the Taurus ascendant, then is the Cancer ascendant, and then is the Capricorn ascendant. These are the 3 ascendants which face many challenges during the Mahadasha of Jupiter. And if Jupiter in these lagnas, Taurus ascendant, Cancer ascendant, and Capricorn ascendant, if Jupiter is giving aspects, if Jupiter afflicts any house in the natal chart, or if it aspects any planets, if afflicts any planet, the problem will be doubled for the natives. And if there are afflictions in case of Taurus ascendant, Cancer ascendant, and Capricorn ascendant, there are afflictions from transit to natal chart, from natal chart to transit, or from transit to transit. So far as Jupiter is concerned, Jupiter gives afflictions from transit to birth chart, from birth to natal, or from natal to birth. In these cases of triple transit of Jupiter, it will be a worst and deadly experience for these natives. So this is all in this podcast. Hope that you have enjoyed the content. Thank you. Thank you.